Arashi, Prince of the Sky. Chapter 27. The Cathedral. After taking a moment to recoup from the fall, Arashi noticed the blue lights began to sparkle and glimmer in the space, illuminating the grounds. Rising slowly to his feet and feeling somehow lighter, Arashi hobbled over to Cody, who laid motionless on the ground. Next to him, however, no longer was the snake that had been wrapped around his neck, but one of the brothers, Sarai. He lay unconscious. Arashi wanted to stomp his face into the ground, but his concern for Cody overpowered his desire to murder at that moment. With his heart beating out of his chest, he reached down and put his hands to Cody's heart. He heard the faint heartbeat and exhaled deeply to his relief. He looked around the space. It was a big, empty hall. It was too dark to distinguish details, but it felt ancient. The energy was massive, and giant shards of glass seemed to pulsate with blue glow. It was scattered everywhere, from the walls to the ceiling to the floor. He reached out with his mind to Ishara, but he couldn't reach her. The barriers of the cathedral cut him off from the outside world. Then he heard a voice speaking right behind him that nearly made him jump up out of his skin.
Hey now, it be about time you showed up, young prince.
Nagu? Wait, what are you doing here? Wait, what the hell? Arashi turned around and saw Nagu's shimmering, translucent figure walking toward him. He was also confused by the fact that he was speaking with his mind. He looked around, and then it made sense. His own body laid vacant by the entrance. He didn't even realize he was in his astral form until just now.
It'd be a good to see her too, young prince of the sky.
Oh, yeah, you too. But what are you doing here? I mean, how are you here without being here?
I'm an old man, boy. I learned a few tricks along the way. Actually, I'll be on my lunch break at the newsstand, boy, so I don't have much time left.
Oh, okay. Well, what's wrong with Cody? Why isn't he in his astral form as well? Oh, hold on. I gotta take care of this real quick. Arashi turned around and walked over to where Sarai laid, lifted his leg, ready to stomp his face in.
Wait, boy, hold on there. Don't do that.
What? Why not? He's being controlled by fear. He gotta go.
No, boy. He not. If he were, he wouldn't be in here with us right now. And anyway, you're being your astral form, boy. Your foot go right through him.
Arashi ignored Nagu's laughter. He just glared down at Sarai, who lay there unaware that his life was just spared. Well, sorta. Kinda, technically. Well, he did just try to kill us, so I'm still gonna beat his ass when he wakes up.
Oh my gosh, you speak just like your mother. Burmy be a fiery thing when she upset. Okay, stand back, son,
Nagu said, adjusting himself over Cody's head. A green light flashed from his palms, and Cody's astral form started to rise slowly from his physical body. Cody was now standing up with his eyes closed, facing them. Nagu and Arashi gave each other puzzled looks. Cody? Cody, wake up! Cody's eyes shot open, but they were glowing yellow, bright as the sun. The glow was intense. A few moments passed, and the glow disappeared, replaced by his own hazel eyes. He focused and blinked a couple times, then looked at Arashi warmly.
Hey, cutie in blue.
Hey.
Oh, snap. What's up, Nagu? Hell you doing here, old man?
Cody said enthusiastically. Seems he was back to his old self. Arashi looked at him longingly and took a deep breath. Hey, Nagu, what was that glowing about?
I'd say Cody was under some sort of enchantment. Tricky stuff. Spiritual fooling around with his heart chakra. Fixing him to something that ain't true. The energy in this space negates all.
Y'all talking about me?
Yeah. What do you remember? Cody squinted his eyes and put his hands to his chin and thought about it. He thought real hard.
Dang, it's blurry. Like I was dreaming. We saw those creepy twins, then we walked a little bit. Then I remember snakes. And I hate snakes. Wait, were they snakes? They were snakes. Yeah, because I remember being so terrified that one was on me. And then I was a tiger.
Arashi shook his head and turned toward Nagu, who stood and started walking around the space. He turned around and lifted his hands slowly.
Welcome, boys, to the Cathedral of Dreams.
The lights that were scattered all around the space started to brighten, to reveal the secrets that were within. It illuminated 4 large sky blue pillars. They looked to be at least 20 feet in width. Arashi and Cody looked up and found they had stopped breathing. There was no ceiling. The pillars just climbed higher and higher until you couldn't see where they stopped. Just like the ones in the Veil of the Moon. They were staring into the depths of space. Brilliant clusters of stars and galaxies hovered silently.
This place was created long before the city had its first citizen. The spiritual nexus that lives here only serves those that are willing to grow and use its powers and infinite wisdom for the greater good of mankind. The truth lies in the pools within.
Nagu pointed to the path of the crystals lining the black marble floors. They led to a pair of steps going down deeper into the cathedral. Arashi and Cody stepped closer to get a better view. The steps led down to more darkness, but there was a faint glowing at the end. It was all a bit overwhelming.
Okay, this is dope and all, but you still haven't told me what happened yet. What are you doing here, and what is that guy doing here with us if what you said is true?
One of the twins must have enchanted you. Maybe when your skin touched his. I think it was a nod. Well, you weren't yourself. You even slapped me. I did slap you first. I was trying to snap you out of it, but when he came inside here, the spell lost its power. I say, you did good, Cody. You're the one that got us inside. Cody looked at Ari with sad eyes. He didn't remember hitting him, but the thought that he had made him very ashamed of himself. He looked down at his hands, remembering the orders Fear had given him to kill the dragon. He refused to let anyone make him do anything he didn't want to do, but he failed. The lack of control he felt was making him feel small. Observing his reaction, Arashi grabbed his hands and held them in his own. Hey, don't even start. It passed, and we're over it. Like I said, I was trying to snap you out of it. You had me worried back there. I really thought you had forgotten about me, but hey, it's cool. I'm just glad you're back. Ari tried to console him, but Cody couldn't meet his eyes. He just felt this anger welling up inside of him that he had lost control.
I'm sorry. I was foolish to stop back there.
Shay, Cody, Shay. Listen to me. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. Arashi was holding his face in his hands so he would meet his eyes. Cody forced a smile and they embraced. When they pulled away, Cody looked at Sarai, laying motionless on the ground.
Still don't explain why he's here. Should we kill him?
No, my gosh. What is wrong with your kids? So quick to kill.
Don't worry, Cody. I thought the same thing. You know he would kill us in a heartbeat if he had the chance. So why is it wrong for us?
You ever heard 2 wrongs don't make a right, son? You don't know what this young man has been forced to do. Surely you can empathize. Ain't that right, Shay?
Cody knew exactly what he was talking about. Fear had a unique way of getting people to do what it wanted, making them give up their free will with threats and pain, and possessing their minds and bodies. Cody knew that better than anyone.
Okay, Nagu. I hear you. So, what do we do with them now?
We give him a chance.
Nagu bent down and held his hands over Sarai's head. With the same green flash from his hands, Sarai's astral form rose out of his body. Arashi felt the sting of his arm flash in warning, but it disappeared as quickly as it came. There was a strange groan in the air when the astral form came free from his body, like the tiny webs that attached him to his body were finally cut. Arashi and Cody tensed up, ready to defend themselves. They didn't know what this guy was capable of. But when Sarai opened his eyes, the same bright glow happened. After a few moments, he blinked and came to his awareness. He looked around and jumped when he saw Nagu standing close to him. He backed away until he reached the wall. Hyperventilating, he slumped down to the ground, hugging his arms around his knees.
Where am I? Where am I?
He was different. He even sounded different. He lacked that confident, evil thing that they had before.
You're safe here, lad. Fear can't touch you in here.
Where's my brother? Where's Anad?
His crazy ass ain't here. Ooh! Arashi kicked himself. He didn't mean to say it for him to hear. Nagu glared back at him for a moment, then turned back to Sarai.
He ain't here, son. He's outside them doors, waiting for you.
Cody and Arashi looked at each other, not knowing what Nagu's plan was.
I feel horrible. Why do I feel this way?
Bright tears fell from his eyes. Nagu walked up to him slowly and touched his knee.
You're just feeling, my boy. You haven't felt anything for a long time, just let it pass. All you can do now is breathe. Don't try to understand feelings that you're experiencing right now. You have a long journey ahead of you.
Yo, wait. He's not coming with us, is he?
Coming where? Where are we going? Who are you?
Sarai asked. This was surely not the same person they met a couple hours ago. Nagu shot Cody that "you better shut up" look and continued consoling Sarai.
You have been away for a very long time. It's time now your journey back to you. This is the Cathedral of Dreams. Dreams of the past, the present, and the future. The Nexus will carry you into the deepest parts of yourself to discover who you are, if you have the courage to go.
Nagu held out his hand to Sarai. He looked at him reluctantly, but took it. He stood up and walked over to Arashi and Cody. Sarai's features had softened as well. He was no longer the intimidating beauty he was, but just an innocent guy, lost and confused. Arashi felt sympathy for him. He could only imagine the things that fear has put him through. They gave each other tight-lipped smiles of peace. Nagu, are the crystals down there?
Aye, they be a part of the Nexus. Once you have come into contact with the energy, young prince, you'll never be the same. Trust me. Anyway, think my lunch break is done. Gotta get back to selling them papers now that I'm short-staffed.
Nagu was eyeballing Cody. He winced at the fact that he pretty much walked off with Arashi and never came back. Well, he didn't feel that bad, because he was sucked into a dark vortex by fear.
You chose your destiny, son, and I'm proud of you. You boys take care of yourselves and each other, for tomorrow is never promised.
And with that, Nagu disappeared, his words ringing softly through the great cathedral. Arashi looked at Cody, then to Sarai.
Well, this is it.
The excitement of becoming whole again was becoming more and more real. They turned towards the steps and started walking, but Sarai called out to them.
Before we go in, I just want to apologize to the both of you. I'm not sure of all the things I've done. I have memories, but they feel like nightmares. I wanted to say I'm really sorry. I've been scared for so long, I don't even know where to begin.
Sarai's tears fell freely. Cody put a hand on her shoulder and squeezed it gently.
Look, I know what you're going through, but fear isn't here right now. Or anger. Just love. It's the only thing that saved me from fear, and it can save you too. Dude, who am I?
You're exactly who you're meant to be. Hey, hold my hand.
Till the very end.
Cody reached out and squeezed Ari's hand tight. He brought it to his lips and kissed his knuckles gently. They walked together, hand in hand, into the darkness, knowing that in the end, they would find the light. End of chapter 27.